It's
Hold
right
on
at.
just a sec. Give it time. All right, we are live.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. It's right at 2 o'clock, and it's the April 10th meeting of the Prospect Forestation Board. And we have a quorum, and hopefully there will be additional members joining us as the next few minutes go by. So we
Mayor
can.
said he's planning on coming, so.
Okay, good. We have a couple of sets of minutes to review. I had sent out some information earlier in the week that and we have the January meeting to review, and I did not get any comments on that. And so is there anybody that would like to make any changes or suggestions on the January meeting minutes?
I move they be approved as distributed.
Okay, a second, please. Okay, I guess that the thumbs up is a second from Herb. Okay, so all in favor, aye. So we can move on now for the March minutes. Lee did have a couple of comments, and he had a suggestion on just broadening the description on the Linda Wardell information concerning the bridge, and I will do that. He also was talking about the new grocery store, and I don't think my understanding is that there is a new structure being built next to the new Gustavos, and that they are not moving into the Kroger Plaza. I don't know, Ron, are you familiar with that? Or we can ask Doug when he gets on.
To the best of my knowledge, the new building next to the Gustavos will be for the liquor store.
Okay, that was my understanding.
Yeah.
So I'll just look at the wording on that, because I'll make a couple other changes and send out the information for a final review, and then we can have it in the city archives. So pending any further changes, I think we can go ahead and take a vote on approving that as amended for March. Okay, we have one, and I guess Lee, you'll second that?
I support it.
Okay, March with as amended. And Doug is not here yet. So Andrea, do you want to bring us up to date with any of the many activities that have been going on?
Sure. So I met with, as some of you may know, with Perez and Cortez last week, and we looked at all the tree locations to be sure they were flagged and the locations look good. So they called Bud last Friday, or 811, to get the utilities marked. Because of the extreme amounts of rain and flooding, we thought they likely wouldn't be out till this week to make, to do the markings, which is what has happened. So I checked with them today, and a lot of the utilities that have been marked, but not all of them yet. If they get marked by the end of the day tomorrow, they're going to let me know. I've tentatively told them that if the markings are done and they look good, that we'd like to tentatively schedule planning for Monday, but that also is, always weather dependent. So, but I know we need to get, the trees have been dug now for a couple of weeks, and we got delayed last week, so we need to get them planted. So that's the current plan for the trees. So I can keep you posted on any new developments on that.
Sounds good. A couple of details that I'll share that hopefully aren't surprises. We had one tree that was ordered, and a person decided that they didn't want it. We still had to take the tree, so it's being planted on Sutherland Farm Road, and I think that'll help fill in where we've lost some trees there. And Ron, I know you're aware of this, and it was well marked, so there aren't any questions there now. We did find last week there was another location that was
Right.
flagged. It would not be suitable for the tree that was on order. So I'm not sure we figured out where that one's going to go on public land.
Yeah, I haven't, I'm not sure either right now.
Yeah.
Now
The
that there's
one
a,
that was
there
an
isn't
oak
an
tree
agreement
going on,
It's
the
a,
one-
it's a Norway spruce.
and the
um,
one that's going on Sutherland Farm was an oak tree. So the spruce, I think, might be a little more challenging to find a home.
Well, I mean, we could plant it along there, but I've been trying to think of another location. I don't think we have any room in Little Hunting Creek Park by the city hall anymore, do we, Ron? That you know of? It's getting kind of tight, I would think.
Yeah, it's getting kind of tight over there. We did lose a redbud tree over by the creek. I don't think it probably wouldn't do well down there, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna, it's probably shaded, I would guess, down
Yeah.
there. So,
I'd look over at the landings because we've lost some trees over there too. Might be a good spot. The right-hand side coming in.
right side, yeah, it needs to be somewhere that's gonna get a good bit of sun. Some of those areas are kind of shaded there, but I'll try to look tomorrow and see if we can find a good location for it. I'm sure we can. And then I'll let you know and be sure it's approved.
Definitely.
So that might be the best spot, is somewhere, on the right side there going in on Timber Ridge.
That or maybe the median of Fox Harbor. There's some blank spots in there too.
But will it get too
That would-
big?
that- that's a pretty wide median, so.
Yeah, it probably would be okay. I don't know, is there any interest in taking out that Japanese maple that's half dead in the middle of that median?
Yeah, but I don't know about
You said
planting
that,
anything big in there because we don't know exactly what the state's going to take when they put the roundabout in.
oh, yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
So we have to kind of plan for that. I mean, it's still probably 5-6 years out, but
Yeah, that
no
makes
sense in
sense.
planting a big tree is going to have to be cut down when they go to do it. So
Right. Well, maybe the right side of the landings entrance behind the wall somewhere, in the first section there, we can find a sunny spot we could put it in. I'll look there tomorrow and let you know. The other thing is we're gonna take the young oak tree that survived, that it's gonna be replaced, the Jordan Street oak in Little Hunting Creek Park, the memorial tree.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have them pull out the old tree and then plant the new one in that spot. So, because we all know that that's a good spot, and, it's been approved and so forth. Is that all right with you, Ron?
yeah, I have no problem with that.
So that's what we were planning to do there. So I think that's all I had. I'll give you some updates as soon as I get some more.
Okay. Next on the agenda is talking about hazardous trees, and there's been an owner concerned about some dead trees that are kind of in the public land that's behind his home on Wythe Hill and the entry to Hunting Creek. And I think there was an oak tree as well that you all were looking at. And it's been determined that there's not really a public hazard to the one that's at the Hunting Creek entrance. And I don't know what conclusions you came to about the oak tree in Little Hunting Creek Park.
Well, Ron and I looked at it, and we discussed some ways maybe that some weight could be taken off the branches that are hanging over the pavilion. And, if we discuss the pros and cons of pruning whole branches back to the trunk, which I thought was going to be pretty stressful for that tree. That tree has already suffered a lot of stress with the you know, the whole construction of the pavilion and everything else with, I'm sure it lost a good many roots at that time. And, you know, we've had some droughts, some weather stresses, obviously, since then. So I think Ron was gonna proceed, he was gonna just, I think, figure out if that's the way he wanted to go, and he could
Yeah.
tell us. But I think that's what we talked about.
Yeah, Greenscapes has got it on their schedule. Should happen within the next week or two. But it's actually going to happen this week, but it's so wet out there that it ain't going to happen.
I understand.
Yeah, it would probably about where me and you talked about cutting those limbs off and just
Okay,
moving them back. That's the plan. And then the one tree that's been like this at Hunting Creek, I'm going to go on and have them take that one out because it's not going to recover. So other than that, if they want to press the matter, we can survey, because I don't think all the trees he thinks is on city property is on city property. So we'll have to survey the property line there to see exactly where it runs. But I think a lot of those trees are on private property.
yeah.
I could be wrong. It's happened once before, but
We'll just have to wait and see. Another interesting contact. Well, there've been a couple. There's an owner in Fox Harbor that's dealing with MSD on a major tree removal and kind of reached out to us for help. And I think Andrea was going to try and work with them and advise them on appropriate replacement trees and whether they could get anything rerouted. I don't know, but that was a situation. And then we had somebody offer to give us a tree. They had a tree that they'd started, a pine, from just a little seedling, and it's gotten fairly big. She sent us a picture and wanted to know if there was anywhere we could use it. So I shared the picture. We didn't really see a great place to use it, but she's very near the country club. So I suggested she reach out to them, and they've lost so many trees that they may have a good home that they could put something, a nice evergreen that's going to grow over time. So you never know what's going to come our way.
Does the board know about is the woman's name Mandy Paul that's getting a tree this spring with the canopy, the one that sent said how pleased she was with she's received 2 or 3 canopy trees now?
I don't know that I sent that on, and I probably should have. This is a lady that has, she's lost quite a few of the Bradford pears, and she's taken advantage of Canopy program every time and picked something different every time. And she's about to get a service berry, I think, next week.
Right.
And she's very excited. Her I think the last one she's got a Zelkova, just like you do, Herb, and she just loves it. She says it's thriving and has done just so well. But she was saying just how pleased she was with the work that was done and the quality of the trees. And she said if there was any way she could help support the program. So I was thinking maybe we do an article and interview her just to kind of help promote the program and just see what kind of experiences people have had. Because we did have the survey that Connie did, and she got a pretty good response rate. Not only that, but the responses she got were all positive. So I think before we get into the next fall round, I think a follow up, and maybe we could take some pictures of some of these trees
Yes.
being planted this spring, and then come back and take a picture of what she's got now. So I think,
I think that's
people
a
are
good
really enjoying the program.
Later. So the comment about the lady who's complimenting the program and appreciative of the program, it might be a good opportunity to further educate people about Bradford, since she's replacing Bradford pears.
Yeah, and that's a good way to just add that element. We did the one article just on the pear trees, but just say, if you lose a tree, there are some really nice alternatives out there.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. Okay, Doug, before you got here, we've reviewed the minutes and we talked about, the activity of the canopy program, and with the weather, it's probably not going to be planting this week, but with any luck, next Monday.
Okay.
So
WebEx actually provided me with a summary of what had been said before I came on. So that was great. It's the first time I've seen that. That was good.
interesting. Okay, well, I guess, Doug, we could use an update from you.
Okay, I've got just a couple of things to comment on. One is that the winter into spring art exhibition is ongoing. And that opened on Sunday, March 23rd. It's a terrific exhibit. The art community always has done a phenomenal job with this really very special exhibition. So I encourage folks to come by City Hall and see it. It runs through May 16th. And then day after tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th at 9 a.m., a group of us are going to meet in the John Evans Pavilion. We're going to do another US 42 cleanup. So if anybody in this meeting is able to participate, we would welcome that. I need to recruit some volunteers. So please get in touch with me after this meeting and let me know if you can help out. That'd be wonderful. Next, I'm going to mention, Next, I'm going to mention that a few weeks away, Shakespeare in the Park presents Macbeth. That'll be on Sunday, April 27th, 1 o'clock p.m. And certainly encourage everyone to attend that. And then the library's used book sale will be on Friday, May 16 and Saturday, May 17. There are other events, including the Wildflower Walk on April 19 and some other events, but it started the format, I may have mentioned this before, of trying to combine all our announcements, meetings, and other announcements into one email per week instead of multiple emails. So if you'll keep an eye on your inbox on Wednesdays, you should receive a list of the events that are upcoming, and it's put together pretty well because it gives you the ability to click on a link and get more information about the particular events that are listed.
Did we lose Linda?
We lost, well, she's
Or she just
disappeared.
disappeared? I don't
I
know.
mentioned as careful as we try to be, we left out the Forestation board out of this week's Wednesday news. So then we sent a subsequent follow-up email to announce this meeting.
While we're waiting for Linda to come back, Connie, dear, do you have like a radio or a TV on in the background? Because we're getting some interference. We're getting some interference from you.
No, could it be my iPad? Would
It
that
could
do
be. It could be.
Okay,
I know.
I'll get
I
rid
know
of
it's
it.
you because your screen keeps lighting up. So that's how I can tell
Oh,
it's coming.
really? Oh.
Or just mute. That'll take care of it.
Well, it's really strange because sometimes you all are doubled. Herb John I had two of him for one time. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it seems like it is. It quiet whatever that quieted it down.
Yes.
So
It was the iPad. That's amazing.
Lost Linda. I see her. I see.
Yeah, Linda's missing.
Yeah, I
She's
don't.
got. Sometimes she has connection problems.
Right. She definitely does.
Wi-Fi.
What else was on the agenda?
I don't
Says
have the agenda in front of me, so I can't help.
hazardous trees removal request. I guess we talked about that a little bit. Canopy trees, we talked about that. Then the other one, hopefully she'll be back, is the 2025-26 city tree plan, which would be better for her to discuss, I think.
Yeah.
Linda needs an assistant.
Well, I know she said, I mean, I know of several times she said her, trying to get that fixed. And it's
Right.
still an issue evidently. That's very frustrating, I'm sure.
She does a great job. We're lucky to have her.
Absolutely.
We sure are.
It did look like she was having connection problems though.
I wonder if she could, I mean, she could just call in maybe from her phone, right? I guess she wouldn't have Wi-Fi there either, would she?
Do you want me to call her?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got a number, give her, yeah.
And to
yeah, I had
suggest
2 of Don Gibson there. It's
that
nuts.
she try calling in maybe. I think the invitation lists a phone number, doesn't it, Ron?
Do what?
Does the invitation list a phone number where people can call?
Sorry, I missed your call. Please
Yes.
leave a message.
Oh,
The mailbox is full.
her mailbox is full and she's not
Maybe you
answering.
could
the
text
phone.
her. Could you text her?
Oh, I'll text her. Sorry, that's a great idea.
See if she's trying to reconnect or whatever.
Yeah.
Free day.
It sure is.
Linda, we're waiting for you. Are you having trouble getting on? Question mark.
We've got a new lake at City Hall. If you look at Ron's background, that's our new lake parking lot.
Yeah, I was
This week-
thinking that's
This
what-
week only, a deal, $5. for
Okay,
12
I
hours.
think I'm back.
Oh, good.
Oh, yay.
Well,
Yay.
Spectrum went down. Not a surprise. It happens a lot. So I'm on my phone. So we'll see how that goes. We were just kind of finishing up Doug's remarks.
Right. I think he's,
I think I
So
wrapped
did I
it
miss
up.
anything?
Don't think so.
so then where do you want to go from there, Linda?
Okay,
The
we've
tree
already
plan?
talked about the canopy tree. And the success of that and how we can kind of capitalize on it. And then we're kind of down to the city tree plan, which, I sent out what's currently on record. And we know that Lee had made a couple suggestions and Herb had made a couple suggestions. And, some of the obvious things are that, our accomplishments and, updates to things like, the current plan talks about the ordinance being resolved and, that's history. So those things need to go away and we need to plug in, the continued success of the canopy program, the increased trees that we were able to do in response to the storm that were part of ArborFest last year. So there's several things that we could put in there. So anybody else that's on the call that can add some things to it would be helpful because I would like to do a draft over the weekend and then get something out to everybody to finalize it. And then we can get it to City Hall for the signatures and then in turn to council for approval. Does that sound reasonable? Any questions or other concerns?
I think that sounds good. I didn't see anything else when I read it. But that would be great if you could add those things.
Yeah, because some of our objectives they're not
update it,
changing.
update
We still have this pretty much the same goals ongoing to help the trees and the community. So we'll take a look and see what we can come up with to update it for the next session. So that was the other thing that I wanted to touch base on. And then I have one special announcement. I know there's the prospect cleanup on 42 this Saturday, but Herb had shared with me that there's kind of an interesting presentation that's going to be out at Creasy Mahan on Saturday. And it's from 10 to 12. So if we clean fast, people could probably do both. But they're going to be giving a talk on, it's based on a book the Nature of Trees, and it's going to be presented by Dr. John Hubbard. So that could be a very interesting talk. But I believe, according to Herb, if you are going to attend, you do need to go to the Creasy Mayhan website and kind of register. So that could be a nice opportunity to learn some things. Or worst case, you can get the book. There are options. So that's really all I had for this session. If there's anything anybody would like to add at this point, now is the time. Okay, well, I apologize for the interruption. I don't know what's going on with our system, but Spectrum
I think
cut out
Lee's
what-
trying to say something.
Lee's trying to say
He's
something.
muted.
Lee, you're muted.
I think
Lee,
Lee, you're muted.
Lee,
You're muted, Lee.
turn on
Lee,
your microphone.
unmute.
I don't know how he's not. Surely he'll figure out we can't hear what he's saying.
Ron, can you unmute him? As the host? You're muted too, Ron.
Now
I'll
that-
call him. I'll call him.
Oh, I sent him a request that says you're muted. So
Oh,
Okay.
did you? Oh, good.
yeah, you can't physically unmute somebody on here. So
Okay.
that's funny that I was muted.
That would be
As
kind
much
of
as,
funny.
as much as I have to sit there and go, you muted.
Connie, what was the official rainfall for last week's rain event?
11.5 inches.
Over how many days?
That was through Sunday.
Wow.
Monday we got another. What did I say? I have to go get my calendar. Just a second.
While she's doing that and we're waiting for Lee, I can just note that the next meeting will be on May 8th.
I'm gonna put that on my calendar.
And we pretty well stick with the second Thursday of every month.
May 8th, I won't be here for that. I'll miss that. Give my regrets now.
Okay, understand. I know there's some scheduling questions on May for the council, et cetera.
Right.
We had 11.5 inches through Sunday. Then Monday we had another 1/2 inch, and
Just
last night we
right.
had 1/8 of an inch.
I say just a tiny drop last night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully that lasts for a while.
I hope so.
Amen.
Oh, we have a drought every year, it seems
I'm
like.
trying to call Lee, see if I can do that. Hold on a minute.
He may not have seen his message, Ron.
Oh, that's true. Your phone's probably better.
He's still muted.
He's going to get up
course.
and leave now.
Of course, Herb John is too, and he's upside down.
He's going to get his
I
phone.
have to answer the phone. I'm calling you. Steve.
Oh, he's walked away now.
He's like, forget this.
Oh, okay. You want to tell me what you wanted to say and I'll tell the group? She did. Okay, good deal. Thanks. I'll let him know. Yeah, I'll let him know. Thanks. All right. He was going to ask Connie to comment on the rain, which she just did. He said, so that's all he was trying to do. He said he couldn't figure out how to, which makes me feel a lot better about my mistakes I'm making.
Okay. Well,
We should learn sign language.
He's still muted.
I passed your message along to the group, Lee, so that was good.
Thank you.
mm-hmm. Okay, well, with that being the end of the story, I think we're ready for a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
Okay,
And
and I guess Herb is
Herb
signaling.
is seconding it, but he's muted too.
Okay, so we are adjourned, and thank you all, and we'll
Herb's.
Thanks, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.